Welcome back. You're here. You're here again. This is Tony Baroni's Awful YouTube Show, the YouTube show about a Canadian professional wrestler's toy and action figure collection spanning the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s, and on and on and on as long as they keep making toys. I'm Tony Baroni. You're here in my studio. That's right, I can call it a studio now because I produce content from my studio. That's right, we're all on lockdown, so I hope people are enjoying what I'm putting out there out of sheer boredom. I promised you guys some Toybiz figures, and that's what you're gonna get. As you can see by the video game in the background, X-Men Children of the Atom, we're gonna look at Toybiz X-Men. Fushing, fushang. Toybiz X-Men, that's right. Everyone's used to Marvel Legends by Hasbro, but originally Marvel Legends were made by a company called Toybiz, which got the license for Marvel in about 1991, but by 98 it was partially owned by Marvel, creating Marvel Entertainment. Marvel Legends ran from 2002 to 2006 on the Toybiz banner, and it started from a Spider-Man classic line. It spun off to make more Marvel content. Fortunately, in about 2006, Marvel was pretty bankrupt, so they sold all their toy license, the master license, to, of course, Hasbro, because one day we will all be owned by Hasbro. Everything will be Hasbro.
Hey, it's Hasbro. Hasbro makes toys.
And there's a car and shopping trailer for his wife, Mrs. Potato Head. It's such fun to do, and so easy.
And of course, Marvel Legends now owned by Disney. Disney. If you don't know who the X-Men are, I don't know why you're watching my show. But if you need to get quickly reacquainted with the X-Men, don't watch the movies. Don't watch the movies. Watch the mid-90s Fox Kids X-Men series.
Cyclops! I know how you feel about it, Wolverine, but... You know nothing, little man.
5 seasons. It's on Disney+. Watch it. It's amazing. It covers most of the things. They've changed things from the comics, but I'm not much for reading, really. Much more for watching cartoons. So this week we're looking at... Oh, I should have had them here. We've got Colossus. We've got Storm. We've got Weapon X. And we've got probably my favorite X-Men character, Cable. That's right, which you saw in the Deadpool movie, played by Josh Brolin. Very good. I'm hoping to get an X-Force movie. Brolin, do it up. Ryan Reynolds, another Canadian feller, do it up. I'd like to see it. You know what else I'd like to see? These guys a little closer in the crappy photo booth, shall we? Let's go. Well, maybe I want to consider Deadpool to be its very own special, standalone, very special thing on its own. But I suppose you could say it's an X-Men movie or two, so I would consider those good movies to watch besides the ones I've already listed. Now, I mentioned some differences between Hasbro and Toybiz, and then I just didn't tell you. So, Toybiz was one of the first companies to start doing the ultra-articulated figures. So it was a lot of trial and error on their figurines. Figuring out what looks good with what works. Hasbro was able to learn from a lot of their mistakes and correct some of them, but still make some mistakes of their own, as everyone does, don't they? Yes. Well, let's start with the 2005 Marvel Legends X-Men Classic lines. Aurora Monroe, also called Storm.
Do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
I like this figure. It's probably one of my favorite Storm figures out there, which is why I have it. Note the face sculpt, because Toybiz has a history of doing girls dirty, making them look real beat, but this Storm actually looks fairly nice. I really like the blue wash on the white outfit. Makes it pop real well. And she has pretty standard articulation. Balls in the shoulders, double jointed elbows. She has an ab crunch and a waist swivel. There are weird joints in the hips. Swivels on the boots there. Double jointed knee. And of course an ankle for that high heel look. X-Men emblems are painted very, very well. I like it. It's a good figure. Next down the line, we have Colossus, Piotr.
What is it with these Americans? They are very strange people.
This is Series 5. Came out in 2003. No Build-A-Figure. Just came with a comic book and I think a piece of metal for him to flex on. This is one of the Toybiz ones that I'd much rather have than its Hasbro counterpart. He looks super mean. Stop out focusing him. Looks super mean. His metal looks really, really cool. His metal looks cool. The only problem that this joint, his ab crunch joint, stinks. It's very wiggly. But again, standard joints, shoulders, only single jointed elbows, but he's yoked. He doesn't need them. He has finger articulation. I hate these ball joints in the hips. Double jointed knees, ankle swivel, up and down. And of course, Toybiz, they needed to have toe articulation. They were really, really all about the toe articulation. Next in line is my man, the wild man of Borneo, Josh Brolin, Cable. I love this figure. Maybe my favorite X-Men figure. Definitely my favorite X-Man. This figure came out in 2004. It had a weird motorcycle gun / shoulder gun. This is not his. This is not the gun that comes with him, but it looks good. He also comes with the shoulder pads, which I don't often display, but they look tough, right? Same articulation as Colossus, except he has double jointed elbows. Absolute deadly face sculpt. Look at that. Scowling. What happened? Swivels on his hips, double jointed knees, and of course, Toybiz. Might as well call them Toybiz. And last in our little journey, of course, you can see who it is. Wolverine needs no introduction. This is Weapon X Wolverine.
Tell me, do you wanna go? Where it's coming in all the color lights.
This came out in 2004, part of Series 7. Again, no Build-A-Figure. Had a comic. And of course came with this deadly Weapon X tank that he can burst out of. He also has alternate heads. So this guy just pops right off. And then the head I usually display it with the cool training helmet. Look at that, I know. And they did a really good job on these claws. There's a lot of Wolverine figures with really, really, really bad claws. He also comes with these hip vices, but I lost one of them the day before I filmed this. Wonderful, very happy about that. Again, Toybiz, you must have toe articulation. It's very important for the toes. This guy is sweet if you're a Wolverine collector. This is definitely one for your collection. There is a Hasbro one. It might be a bit better, but I like the nostalgia of the Toybiz figures. These have been the X-Men. It's pretty mind-blowing to think that at one point Marvel was going bankrupt instead of making multi-billion dollar films and TV shows. But it's amazing what a couple decades can do. Good Marvel Legends. Love those figures. There's quite a few Toybiz figures that I think are better than their Hasbro counterparts. But there's a lot of Hasbro figures that are a lot better than some of the busted Toybiz figures that's been made. There have been some doozies. Actually, the 3 worst Marvel Legends of all time, voted by you, the internet, are all Toybiz, and I have them. So one day we will do an episode on the worst Marvel Legends of all time. That's the show. That's week 4. 4 episodes in the bag. Let's keep going, right? That's what I thought. Next week, we're going to look at, I'll give you a little hint. Follow me on all forms of social media, Tony Baroni 13 Twitter, Uncle Daddy Tony Baroni on Instagram. Follow Wyatt Ardent, Wyatt, my producer. Follow Live Ace. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me you suck more. I tried to fix the autofocus. Maybe I did it, maybe I didn't. I'm old man. I don't understand technology. I get confused. Can you take me home? I'm lost. Until next week, this is Tony Baroni saying collect figures, not boxes. And I'll see you out there.